Okay. Okay, so the first theorem here, it says if one side of a triangle is longer than another side, then the angle opposite the longer side is larger than the angle opposite the shorter side. So what that means is we're going to look at the side lengths here. I'm going to zoom in even further. This would be the shortest side right here. This would be the medium length side, and then this would be the biggest side. With that, shortest side, medium, biggest side. Then opposite the shortest side is the smallest angle. And then opposite the medium length side is the medium angle. And then opposite the longest, biggest side is the biggest angle. So if we were asked to order these angles in order from smallest to biggest, angle A would be the smallest, angle C would be the medium, and then angle B would be the biggest. Andrea, can you take your AirPod out, please? Okay, so we're going to practice this right here with these examples. So it wants us to list the angles of the given triangle from smallest to largest or smallest to biggest. So our smallest side is right here, our medium side, and our biggest side. Cool with it. And then opposite the smallest, shortest side would be the smallest angle. Opposite the medium side would be our medium angle. And then opposite the longest side would be our biggest angle. So if we were to order this from smallest to largest, smallest to biggest, angle S is smallest, angle R is medium, and then angle T is our largest angle. Then for number 12, same thing, ordering our angles. So we look for the shortest side, which is right here. It's labeled 13, the smallest number. Opposite that would be our smallest angle. Then here's our medium length side. Opposite that would be our medium angle. And then our biggest side, opposite that would be our biggest angle. So from small to big, angle J is the smallest. Angle K is the medium, and then the biggest angle is angle L. So the same works with side length. So to figure out the longest side, you can look at the angle measures and determine which sides are longer. So here we have a 30-degree angle, a 50-degree angle, and then if you were to calculate it, this is a 100-degree angle. And then this would be your smallest angle. This would be medium, and this would be your biggest one. So small, medium, big. Then opposite that is your smallest side, your medium side, and your biggest side. So smallest angle opposite your smallest angle is your shortest, smallest side. Your medium angle here, your medium length side. Your biggest angle opposite that would be your biggest side. Small, medium, big. So if you're ordering this in order from least to greatest or smallest to biggest, AB would be your smallest, then medium would be BC, and then your longest side would be AC. Yes. Chapter 6. I think it's that one. The same one we've been. This is the front. Chapter 6. Okay, then 13, 14 right here. Same, we're just practicing. So this is our smallest angle. So opposite that would be the shortest side. This would be medium. So opposite that would be the medium length side. The largest angle opposite that would be the biggest side. So then ordering these, it says to list the sides of the given triangle from shortest to longest. Shortest would be AB, then medium, BC, and then the biggest would be AC. 14, smallest angle here opposite that would be the shortest side, then medium, Then opposite that would be the biggest side. And then shortest right here, x, y, y, z, and then x, z is the longest. That's it, Layla. Okay, then one more theorem for this lesson. It's the triangle inequality theorem. So this states that the sum of the lengths of two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. What that means is like the two shortest sides. I'm going to see if I can make it. So short side plus short side. So the two shortest sides added together, the sum of those two shorter sides has to be greater than the biggest side. So for example, in this triangle, if this is 6 and this is 5, 6 plus 5 would be 11. That has to be greater than the length of this. So if this is 10, we're good. Like 6 plus 5, the two shortest sides added together has to be greater than the third side. 11 is greater than 10. So yes, it's a triangle. So the reason why this is a rule is because if the longest side was, let's say 10, that's the longest side. If you had a side that's like 4, say 4, and then another side that's 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, it wouldn't actually reach over here because 4 plus 4 is 8. Like there's no way it could reach over here. So these two shortest sides have to add to something greater than this third number. Or even if it was like 5 and 5, 5 plus 5 is just 10, that would just make a straight line, and you couldn't make a triangle. So these two numbers have to add to something bigger than 10 in this case. Okay, so now we're going to go to the practice page. So just flip over to the practice page, 6.5. We're on this page. So we're on 6.5 right here, practice. We're actually going to cross this part out. We're going to start down here with number 11. Okay, so down here it says list the angles of a triangle in order from smallest to largest. So small to big. Okay, so we're looking for our shortest side right here. So opposite that would be our smallest angle. Medium side, opposite that would be our medium angle. And then largest side here would give us our biggest angle here. And then putting them in order from smallest to biggest would just be angle S, then angle R, then angle T. For number 12, shortest side right here, so opposite that would be the smallest angle. Medium length side, this would be our medium angle, and then opposite our largest side would be our biggest angle. Small, medium, large, so angle J is the smallest, angle K is medium, and then angle L is the largest. 13, shortest side right here, so opposite that, smallest angle, medium side, medium angle, largest side, biggest angle right here. So angle D is the smallest, angle F, and then largest is angle E. For 14, we have 4 and 6. I can see this is smaller than this, but I don't know the length of this one, and I can't really compare it to those. So what you would do is just in a calculator, find the decimal of whatever that equals. So you just do 2 square root of 3 and putting in exactly 2 square root of 3, or oh wait, it's 13. 2 square root of 13 and then I'm going to see what that equals. It equals this number. I'll just round it to 7.2. The other decimals don't really matter. I just need to know whether it's like bigger or smaller than those other numbers. And here I can tell that it's bigger. So this would now be the shortest side. This is medium. And then this would be biggest side, so biggest angle right here. And then in order from shortest to biggest, angle Z, then angle Y, then angle X. Okay, then on the other page, we're going to do number 15 next. Okay, 15, list the sides of the triangle in order from shortest to longest, so S to B, like small to big. Okay, so here, our smallest angle right here, so this would be our shortest side, medium length side, and then biggest angle opposite that is our biggest side. And then ordering it from shortest to longest, AB is our shortest, then BC is medium, then AC is the longest. Okay, then short, medium, big. Shortest side XY, YZ, and then XZ. Okay, for 17, they don't give us the third angle, so we can't compare these until we have that third angle. So to find the third angle, the angles of a triangle add up to 180, so 180 minus 127 minus 29. The leftovers is 24 degrees. So that means this little angle here is 24 degrees. And now we can compare. So that's the smallest angle, so opposite that would be the shortest side. Then this would be medium, and then this would be the biggest side. So NP is the smallest, then MN, and then the longest side is MP. For 18, it's pretty similar. This is 90 degrees. We don't know this angle, so we can do 180 minus 90 minus 33. It comes out to 57 degrees. Okay, and then from there, opposite this would be your shortest side, opposite this medium, and then opposite this would be our biggest side. So shortest FD, FG, and DG. What are you doing, Jake? You're staring. Okay. Next. Okay, describe the possible lengths of the third side of the triangle given the lengths of the other two sides. This here is on the test. It's also on Alex because it's a test question. So after you've done this, it'll make those Alex questions easier. So on test and on Alex. I'm going to describe it the conceptual way, and then I'll give you like a shortcut way as well. So that way you don't mess it up. Okay, so it says describe the possible lengths of the third side of the triangle given the lengths of the other two sides. So remember, short side plus short side, the two shortest sides, have to be greater than the biggest side. Otherwise, it won't like reach or make a triangle. Okay, so if 5 is one of the shorter sides and 12 is like the longest side, here, 5 plus x has to be greater than 12. But what if these are the two shortest sides? They didn't tell us. It says describe the possible length of the third side of the triangle given the lengths of the other two sides. We don't know if this is the shortest side and this is the longest side, or these are the two shortest sides. So the other combination that could work is 5 plus 12 has to be greater than the third side x. So we can solve these two inequalities here. So just like subtract 5 from both sides. we get x is greater than 7, so x has to be greater than 7. Or here, x has to be less than 17. And then we can put these two inequalities together to say 7 is like this. So x is greater than 7 and less than 17. So x has to be in between 7 and 17. And that's our actual answer. However, that takes a lot of thought and processing and really thinking about the concept. An easier way to do it is to just subtract these two numbers, 12 minus 5, and add them, 5 plus 12. And then you'll get 7 and 17, and then x has to be less than 17 and greater than 7. So it could be 7.1 as long as it's greater than 7. Okay, so for number 20, we're going to just do this shortcut way. We're going to subtract them, 18 minus 12, and add them, 12 plus 18. Get 6 and 30. So x has to be less than 30 and greater than 6. Or yeah. Okay, the next one, subtract them, 40 minus 2, 40 plus 2, 38, 42. And here, 25 minus 25, and 25 plus 25. So I get 0 and 50. So x has to be greater than 0 and less than 50. So it could be 0.1 or a very small number, just greater than 0. Okay, the next section, is it possible to construct a triangle with the given side lengths? If not, explain why not. Okay, so remember, short side plus short side has to be greater than the biggest side. So here, these are the two shortest sides, 6 plus 7. Is that greater than 11? Well, 6 plus 7 is 13. Yes, that's greater than 11. That is a yes. Then 24, take the two shortest sides. 3 plus 6, is that greater than 9? Well, 9 is not greater than 9. It would just barely reach and not create a triangle. So this is a no, not a triangle. Then for 25, this isn't in order from least to greatest, so be careful. But two shortest sides would be 28 and 17. So 28 plus 17, is that greater than 46? Well, 28 plus 17 is 45. That is not greater than 46. So therefore, not a triangle. And then 26 right here. Add those two numbers together. 35 plus 120, is that greater than 125? Before I can even calculate this, I can tell that's going to be more than 125. It comes out to 155. Is that greater than 125? Yes. So this can make a triangle. And then one more we're going to add that's in the question bank. There is a question that looks like this, has 1, 2, and 3, and it asks for which angle is the greatest. Which angle is the greatest or biggest? Well, angle 1 plus angle 2 equals angle 3, because these two remote interior angles, the sum of them equals angle 3. So therefore, angle 3 is the biggest. And that would be your answer there. So if you get one like that, that's how you answer it. Okay, that is all. So you are going to do homework 6-5 on Schoology, and then if you finish that, work on Alex. And you can grab a laptop and get started. And let me know if you have questions.